Hi, Bob Thompson for Smartphone Matters. Today I thought I'd check out the new $50 and $70 prepaid wireless plans over at VerizonWireless.com. In my previous video I talked about them. There was the press release, and now I want to see if the information on the new plans is on the site. So if we go to Shop, Plans and Services, Prepaid Plans, we'll see it says meet the new 5 and 10 gigabyte prepaid plans with carryover data. So if we scroll down, we'll see here's the smartphone plans. Now the first thing I'm seeing is there's only the $50 and $70 plan here. The press release that I read in my last video said that these plans would be in addition to the old ones. So I'll have to figure that out later. Now here we have the $50 plan. It says 5 gigabytes at high speed with carryover data. And then the $70 plan, 10 gigabytes at high speed with carryover data. Now this carryover data is new, so this is one of the things that we wanted to check out. Now they have a list of the other features here, and they look to be the same as the previous plans. Now, if we look carefully where it says carryover data, we'll see that there's a little footnote here. And if we scroll down, that means we're going to need to look and see if we can find the fine print. So let's zoom in because that's pretty small fine print. It says carryover takes place if you renew on time and does not expire as long as stay active on a monthly plan that offers carryover. You can only carry over the amount of gigs on your monthly plan. Well, that is not that clear. So I'll have to look around a little more, see if we can find additional information. If we scroll down a little bit, there's a frequently asked questions section. So let's check that out and see what we can find out. Now, if we scan down through the prepaid plans and service FAQs, we'll see that they added a section, number 11, what is carryover data? Carryover data lets you keep your unused high-speed data until the end of the following month. It's available on the $50 and $70 monthly plans for prepaid smartphones. Carryover data will expire after 30 days, or if your plan isn't renewed on time. There must be sufficient funds in your account when your plan reaches the expiration date. All right, so this is a little confusing here. If we go back and look at the fine print over here, it said, carryover data takes place if you renew on time and does not expire as long as stay active on the monthly plan. And then it also says you can only carry over the amount of gigs on your monthly plan. So let's go back to the FAQ. They have a separate FAQ for carryover data. All right, what is carryover data? A feature that automatically keeps your unused data in your account until the end of the following month's bill cycle. When you use less data one month, you can use extra data the next without paying more. So that's good. We all like that. Who's eligible? Now it looks like carryover data is available on the new Verizon plan, which is postpaid, and then the $50 and $70 monthly prepaid smartphone plans. So these are the two plans that we're talking about right now. It says no other plans are eligible for carryover data. All right, how long do I get to keep my unused data? Carryover data expires at the end of your next bill cycle. For example, if you don't use your entire data allowance in March, that unused data will be available to use until the end of April's bill cycle. All right, where can I see how much carryover data I have? It depends on which plan. So let's take a look at the $50 and $70 monthly prepaid plan. Your carryover data will be included in the overall data you see for the current month in My Verizon. So I'm not really understanding this yet. What types of data are eligible to be carried over? Monthly plan allowance, data gifts, data boost, unused overage. Note bonus data, also called promotional data, doesn't carry over. And then 6, do I use my carryover data before I use my monthly data allowance? For the qualifying prepaid plan, your carryover data will be added to your account's available data. As you use your data, it'll be deducted from the overall total for the month. All right, I think this is pretty confusing. On one hand, it's saying that carryover data lasts for 1 month. And then on the other hand, it's saying that it doesn't expire as long as your account is active. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let's start with this item 6 here. Do I use my carryover data before I use my monthly data allowance? It says on a prepaid plan, your carryover data will be added to your account's available data. So I guess that means if I'm on a 5 gigabyte plan and I only use 1 gigabyte in that month, then I would carry over 4 gigabytes of data to the next month. Now I would get 5 gigabytes of data for that next month, so I'd have a total of 9 gigabytes. And it sounds like that would all be lumped into one pool. So now what happens as I use that 9 gigabytes across that next month? Does that extra 4 gigabytes of data expire at the end of that next month? On one hand, it sounds like that's what it's saying. But if I go back and I look on the original page at that fine print, it says you can only carry over the amount of gigs on your monthly plan. So what does that mean? Well, I have an idea as how I think this works. I'm not saying I'm right. I think that if you're on the 5 gigabyte plan, you can carry over a maximum of 5 gigabytes of data. So if in that first month I use 1 gigabyte of data and then I carry over 4 gigabytes, now I have 9 gigabytes of data. Now let's say I use 2 gigabytes of data in that second month. So then I should have 7 gigabytes of data left. I think what's going to happen is I'm only going to carry over 5 gigabytes of data to the third month. So it looks to me like maybe you could only carry over the amount of data that you have on your monthly plan. But this shouldn't be this difficult to figure this out. They should definitely put a clearer description of how this works. Maybe by the fact that you could only carry over 5 gigabytes of data or 10 gigabytes of data to the following month is how your carryover data expires. That seems to me to be the clearest explanation. Okay, so what else is not clear to me? Well, if we go back and we look at the plans page, I'm not seeing any of the other plans listed here. There's no mention of the auto refill discount, and I don't see any mention of bonus data. So it looks like the bonus data for signing up for that auto pay program is not available on these plans. And then I guess if you're currently on one of the older plans, I don't know what steps you would need to do to change over to one of these plans. So it looks like I have a little bit more work to do to figure out exactly how this works. I did want to get a video up and share this with you guys. What do you guys think? Do you think I got it right? Do you think basically you can just carry over up to 5 gigabytes or 10 gigabytes to the following month? Hit me up in the comments and let me know. All right, I think that's going to be it for this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching.